Isaiah, and we're taking a look at chapters 34 and 35. And wow, what a contrast. And you know the old story about I've got good news for you and bad news for you. Well, I want to modify that just a little bit by saying I've got good news for those that are believers and bad news for those that are not. And that's exactly what is shown in chapter 34. Bad news for those that are not believers. And in chapter 35, good news for those that are believers. So let's take a look at just a few verses from chapter 34, where we see the bad news for non-believers. And all of the host of heaven will wear away, and the sky will be rolled up like a scroll. All of the host will also wither away, as a leaf withers from the vine, or as one withers from the fig tree. For my sword is stated in heaven. Behold, it shall descend for judgment upon Edom and upon the people whom I have devoted to destruction. For the Lord has a day of vengeance, a year of recompense for the cause of Zion. And so often it's presented, God is love, God is love, God is love. But God has always presented himself both as love and also judgment. God doesn't want to send anybody to hell. God just loves people to come to saving knowledge of him and to come into his family. We see that clearly in chapter 35 when we see that the preparation made for believers is so much better than the preparation that's been made for those that have not believed, those that have rejected, those that have scorned him, those that continue to say there is no God. It's a sad thing when you think about what's in 34, but it's a joyful thing if you're a believer in 35. So the King is coming, and listen to what he's prepared for those that are believers. Encourage the exhausted and strengthen the feeble. Say to those with anxious heart, take courage, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance. The recompense of God will come, but he will save you. The eyes of the blind will be opened, and the ears of the deaf will be unstopped. The lame will leap like a deer, and the tongue of the mute will shout for joy. For the waters will break forth in the wilderness and streams in Arabah. The scorched land will become a pool, and the thirsty ground springs of water. And the haunt of jackals, its resting place, grass becomes reeds and rushes. A highway will be there, a roadway, and it will be called the highway of the holiness. The unclean will not travel on it, but it will be for him who walks that way, and fools will not wander onto it. No lion will be there, nor any vicious beast go up on it. These will not be found there, but the redeemed will walk there. And the ransom of the Lord will return and come with joyful shouting to Zion, and the everlasting joy upon their heads. And they will find gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing will have gone away. Hallelujah, the King is coming, and what a great day that's going to be. And remember, these prophecies were both short-term and long-term. He was talking about some short-term events which have already occurred, but he's also looking ahead, and he's seeing exactly what God has. Judgment for those that don't trust in him, and wonderful, wonderful life for those who have trusted in him in an eternity in heaven. God bless you and have a wonderful day. That's my thought for the day.